You ever felt that tightness in your chest over someone who, on paper, didn't really make that much sense? You ever watched someone do everything right, reply fast, be attentive, stable, present, and still, the interest just faded away? If that's ever happened to you, stay here, because by the time this video ends, you're going to look at your relationships in a completely different way. There are truths about the human mind that even Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, struggled to face himself. Some of them are so uncomfortable that a few would only be revealed in another century, in 2113. Others were quietly erased by his own followers, removed from books, files burned, as if they had never existed. Not because they were too complex, but to protect the image and privacy of powerful figures until their own bloodline would never know it was about their great-great-grandmother. Here's the thing. Desire doesn't follow the logic we're taught. It has its own hidden logic, and many times it goes against everything we think we want. In real life, it plays out like this. You meet someone who is fully available, who texts you, makes plans, shows up for you, and you feel the spark slowly fading. Then someone else appears, more distant, replies slower, has their own life, doesn't give everything away. And suddenly, your whole body wakes up. Your heart starts racing. Your mind won't stop thinking about them. It's not immaturity. It's not that you like people who treat you badly. It's something deeper. And here's what's wild. Almost everyone feels this, but almost no one talks about it openly. You feel the butterflies, the curiosity that won't go away, the urge to know more. And then you try to explain it logically. But your body already decided first. Freud and Jung spent their lives studying exactly this part of us that we don't control. It wasn't about romantic fantasy. It was about understanding why we desire what we desire, even when we say we want something else. Freud noticed something simple, but uncomfortable. We almost never know right away what we're feeling. First comes the sensation. Then we create a neat explanation to justify it. The unconscious acts first. Reason comes later, trying to clean up the mess. And here's the truth. What pulls you in isn't always what's good for you. Sometimes the thing that attracts you the most is exactly what keeps you on edge. What carries a bit of mystery, a bit of space, a bit of "I'm not sure yet." Think about Dora, a patient Freud worked with. She was divided inside. One part of her wanted one thing, another part wanted the opposite. Desire mixed with fear, attraction mixed with rejection. Freud realized that desire often grows where there's resistance, where things aren't fully resolved, where there's still tension. That's why the almost hits so hard. Have you noticed? On dating apps, the person who replies fast and plans everything sometimes loses space to the one who disappears and comes back. With ghosting, you get stuck not because the person was perfect, but because the story stayed open. In situationships, nothing gets defined. And that's exactly what keeps your mind hooked. It's not masochism. It's your brain reacting to novelty, to uncertainty, to the possibility of discovery. Studies show that dopamine, the chemical linked to pleasure, spikes more with surprise than with predictability. Translated to everyday life. When everything becomes routine, interest drops. When there's a bit of space, a bit of silence, a bit of "I don't know everything yet," your mind stays engaged. And this is where Jung comes in a very practical way. He talked about projection. You don't just see the person in front of you. You project parts of yourself onto them. The challenge they represent, the strength they show, the autonomy they hold. In other words, you don't fall for the person alone, you fall for what they awaken inside you. The spark, the curiosity, the feeling that there's still something to win over. That's why two people can look at the same person and feel completely different things. One sees peace and security. The other sees intensity and life. Same person, different perception. You've lived this, right? You've caught yourself thinking more about someone who confused you than about someone who treated you well. You've seen someone perfect on paper lose badly to someone flawed, but impossible to ignore. And the worst part is, we often pretend it was just a phase, but most of the time it isn't. This doesn't mean you should start playing games or become cold on purpose, not at all. It means attraction and stability are not the same thing. The mind reacts first to impact, then evaluates everything else. The classic mistake is trying to be perfect all the time. Texting all day, explaining everything, proving your value 24/7, giving everything at once. Sometimes, that excess puts out exactly what you were trying to keep alive. Because desire needs air, it needs space to breathe. It needs the chance that there's still something left to discover. Think about a couple that seemed to have everything. Good conversations, respect, an organized routine, nice pictures, approval from everyone. Slowly it became predictable. Nothing surprised anymore. The spark faded quietly. No fight, no clear reason. Love didn't disappear, the pulse did. The sense of I want more disappeared. Now think about the opposite. Someone who has their own life, who doesn't beg for attention, who stays whole even while liking you. It's not coldness, it's structure, it's autonomy, and that a lot of the time works like a magnet, not as a game, but as a signal. There's something here that exists without you, and that changes how you're perceived. Today, with social media, this is even stronger. You see everything about the other person all the time, and the more transparent someone becomes, the faster they turn into habit. And habit kills desire. Mystery, on the other hand, keeps it alive. Desire is like a small flame. Blow too hard, it goes out. Suffocate it with too much, it goes out. Give it just enough air. It keeps burning. And maybe this is the most freeing part. Many relationships don't end because of lack of love. They end because of too much predictability, too much saturation, not enough space for each person to remain themselves. Freud and Jung weren't distant geniuses. They were people who looked deeply into human nature with honesty. And what they found still holds true today. We don't always know what we truly want. And often, what we want is exactly what logic says we shouldn't. You don't need to become manipulative. You don't need to fake disinterest. You just need to understand 3 simple things. First, desire needs contrast. Second, presence with balance matters more than constantly proving your value. Third, authenticity is not about revealing everything at once. It's about staying true to yourself while keeping your center. You can love without losing yourself. You can be present without begging. You can feel deeply without falling apart. When you understand this, you stop chasing approval and start observing what truly moves you. You stop asking only, why did she leave? And start asking, what did this awaken in me? Because the real answer isn't only in the other person. A part of it has always been in you. When you understand what truly drives human desire, you don't just understand relationships, you begin to understand yourself. If this resonated with you, comment below. I get it now. Save this video so you can come back to it later. And send it to someone who keeps repeating the same patterns, because almost no one says this out loud. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that changes everything. What part hit you the hardest? Tell me. If you made it this far, you're part of the small percentage of people who truly want to change their lives. Leave a like, subscribe, and share this video so that, just like you, more people can develop a sovereign mindset. Don't miss the next video. It could be your first step toward becoming truly sovereign.